dug deep. You're Ken Kell. You're the hockey guy. I go, I don't know anything about this guy.
This is the Conversation Line, presented by Fieger Law.
Hi, Red Wing fans. I'm Ken Kell, Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer, and welcome to another episode of the Conversation Line. And joining me is Red Wings defenseman Albert Johansson. Albert, welcome to the program, and I hope you're doing well today.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you were born in Karlstad, Sweden, and what was it like growing up there?
Yeah, like you said, Karlstad, Sweden, a small town. I grew up there with my mom and dad and two older brothers. Would say a hockey family. My dad is a former hockey player, and both my brothers played when I was growing up. So a lot of hockey, and it's a hockey town too. So a lot of hockey growing up.
What was it about growing up there that made you want to become one day a National Hockey League player?
I mean, I tried a couple different sports like soccer, floorball, but like I said, both my brother was playing hockey, so I was always running around at the rink and watch their practice, their games. Every day after school, my dad picked me up and we went to the rink because my brother had practice. And he was a coach for one of my brothers too. So I came out on the ice with those guys during their practice, and I think when I was probably 11, 12, I quit with soccer and floorball, and just started playing hockey. I think that was the most funniest sport.
Now, is your brother older or younger than you?
Older. One brother is 4 years older and one is 8 years older.
So what was it like growing up? I mean, were you all growing up together? You're all kind of the same age. Was it a lot of fun to hang out and just be with your brothers?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we played a lot of outdoor hockey all together during winter, and I was the youngest one, so I had to be the goalie, and they shoot as hard as they could on me, but it was a great time.
Now, because you were younger, I mean, you had to be the goaltender or what? And couldn't you get out of it and try to shoot on them or what?
I tried, but every time we went out there, it was, get dressed here in the net. And so I couldn't get out of it.
Now, were you always a defenseman, or did you like to play up on the wing or a center ice position?
No, I played forward a lot when I was younger. I think I played forward until I was 15 or 16, and then I started to play as a defenseman, and been playing defenseman since that.
You know, I was looking at Karlstad, Sweden. They say it's one of the sunniest towns in Sweden. Growing up there, did you notice that it was sunnier than, let's say, Stockholm or anywhere else?
I don't know about that. I know they call it like the Sun City, but we have a lot of sun there, but I wouldn't say it's more than Gothenburg or Stockholm, but it's a beautiful little town. Close to the water, it's almost water around and through the whole city, so it's a great place.
When there's water, there's fish, right? Do you like to fish at all? And
yeah, I was out fishing a lot when I was younger. My parents have a summer house right by the lake there, so my dad took us out, and also my grandfather went out a lot to fish with us.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught? I mean, how big is it?
I don't know. It's not big. Maybe like this.
Was it like a cod or something?
Yeah, like we were not pro fishers or anything. I think it was just go out there and have a great time, and yeah.
So when you grew up and you wanted to play hockey, most hockey players have idols. Was there a player in Sweden that you looked up to, or even in the National Hockey League?
I think when you grow up as a Swede, like, Peter Forsberg, Nicholas Lidström, those guys, and also I liked Sidney Crosby a lot, so I was watching him, and then but I think the Swedish players is Peter Forsberg and Nick Lidström.
Now, you look at the Detroit Red Wings, and obviously over the last 20, 25 years, several players were from Sweden that really started on this Red Wing team, guys like Nick Kronwall and Lidstrom and Thomas Holmstrom. What was it like in Sweden where you grew up? Were the Red Wings a hot commodity there that people want to watch the Red Wings?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a, like, if you're Swedish, you like to watch the Swedish players, and of course all the Swedish players that played over here. So I think a lot of people watched the Detroit Red Wings when those guys were here and playing.
So several years ago, I had the opportunity. The Red Wings started in Sweden and played their first 2 league games there against the St. Louis Blues, and they had an exhibition game against Färjestad where you played. So what was it like playing for that team? And you played kind of the junior and then the senior ranks there in Färjestad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big organization in Sweden, and they work really hard to like take care of kids coming into hockey and let everyone play and have fun. And I mean, I think it's good how it works in Sweden when you play for the same organization, like when you start and then you go like U12, U13, you go up one step every year. So I think that's really good.
The day you were drafted, what was that like for you? I see a big smile on your
Yeah.
face. Were the Red Wings the only team that contacted you, or were there other teams involved?
No, I spoke to a couple teams, and I had no idea Detroit was going to draft me, but I had a little feeling because Håkan Andersson, the
Yes.
scouter, he called me a couple times during the summer and was asking about my summer training and stuff. So I got a little feeling there that Detroit maybe would pick me, and yeah, finally they did.
Was your family happy that you were coming to Detroit?
Yeah, I think doesn't really matter for them. They were just happy for me that I got drafted, and we were all together back home in Sweden watching it on TV. So yeah, they were super happy for me. I was happy too, and then then I got a little stressful because I had to fix with passport and stuff and get over here to the development camp.
How was the development camp? Because people around here, all the fans, they enjoy going to Traverse City and even here in Detroit when they have the development camp. But did you find it very beneficial to your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think the development camp is great. I mean, you coming over, like, you see the city, the rink, everything around, and they, just work with you on the ice, off the ice, with food and everything. So I think that's a great week to come over and get a little feeling about what it is to be a pro and play in Detroit.
I would imagine several Red Wings that live in Sweden right now, guys like Nick Lidstrom and Nick Kronwall, especially Nick Kronwall, had an opportunity to talk to you, I would imagine, about your preparation and getting ready to eventually come someday here and play for the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, I mean, when I played when I played pro in Sweden there, he watched a lot of games, and we always talked even day before the game or after the game, and he also came to my town and went on the ice with me after practice to work on some stuff. So yeah, it was really good having him there and work with Kronwall.
Now, you're a defenseman like Nick Kronwall, and the fans here in Detroit always loved whenever he would Kronwall somebody, right, where he'd back into the player and knock him senseless. Was that something that you'd ever want to try one day, to Kronwall some guy?
Well, it would be cool, but I think he was really good at that with the timing. So, but we'll see. Maybe one day I can do a Kronwall.
All right, so you ended up in Grand Rapids. You played 2 years with the Grand Rapids Griffins. What was it like playing for the Griffins, preparing for the National Hockey League?
First of all, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I think Grand Rapids it's a great city. Great fans, a lot of fans during the games, and my 2 years there, we had 2 different groups, but 2 really good groups. A lot of young players that want to get better every day, and I think we get a lot of help from the coaches, development coaches, and everything. So I think it's it's great to be in Grand Rapids. Like you develop a lot down there.
All right, so you had a lot of youngsters that you could, go out with, and were there any special guys that you like to hang out with in Grand Rapids that come to mind?
I would say, of course, the Swedish guys. I mean, moving over from Sweden, it's not easy, and it's nice to have some other Swedish guys, and I think you kind of start hanging out with those guys because they're from Sweden, and we built a good relationship. All the Swedes, Bergie, Simon, also Marco speaks Swedish, so and Valinder last year, so I think Swedish guys.
Out of all the guys that speak Swedish, who has the best? Who's the best at speaking Swedish? I mean,
Best of speaking Swedish.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's different dialects and everything,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
I'll say myself.
yourself. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, very good. But now you said Marco knows what is he like 3 or 4 different
Yeah,
languages?
he's good
right?
too. Like that's I don't know how many languages he speaks, but it's really impressive. I think I don't know how many years he lived in Sweden, but he's speaking really good Swedish too.
All right, so now you're with the Detroit Red Wings, and what's the experience been like for you here playing in the National Hockey League?
It's been really fun. I mean, I think that's all the kids' dream to play in the NHL, and coming over here and spend 2 years in Grand Rapids and finally be up here in Detroit has been a lot of fun, and a little tough start of the season, but last couple of weeks here has been really good. So I'm excited for the rest of the season.
Todd McClellan took over for Derek Lalone, and how has he been different as far as now being your head coach?
Yeah, I mean, a new voice coming in, and he's been challenging us in the locker room, and I think so far we respond pretty good. And there's a couple new things that he changed in the game, but I think overall I think he get out more of each player, and yeah, it's been good.
Now, another youngster, and I want to call him a veteran already, is Mo Sider, because he's never missed a game in the National Hockey League, and he just seems to grow leaps and bounds. How often do you talk with Mo about playing defense and also just trying to learn the game from him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he never missed a game. It's really impressive, and he just played his 300 games, so it's impressive. And we talk a lot sometimes. I mean, he's been here now, and he's been playing a lot of games. He knows what it is to coming in as a young player, and it's not easy, but yeah, he's been doing a really good job. So trying to learn from him every day.
Albert, what's been the biggest challenge for you in the National Hockey League? A lot of times players will say, it's a big jump from Grand Rapids, the American League, to the National Hockey League. But what has been the biggest challenge for you?
I think just the speed. It's a really fast league. Players can skate, and players are really smart. They know what to do before they get the puck. So that's been a challenge, and of course they're stronger on pucks to protect pucks too. So yeah, it's been a challenge for me to kind of adjust my game a little bit, because I'm not the biggest body out there, but I think it's been pretty good so far.
All right, I'm going to go back to the Edmonton game, and there's a point in the hockey game where Connor McDavid was just flying down the wing. He's coming in one-on-one on you. Not only did you take the puck away, but you started to rush back the other way. Take us through that play. What was going through your mind when you see Connor McDavid coming at you?
Yeah, well, I saw the puck bounce out in the neutral zone, and I saw he was coming with a lot of speed. So I just try to put myself in a good position between him, the puck, and the net, and yeah, just try to stay patient and wait for his first move, and then yeah, just try to break it up with my stick, and yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it certainly did, and boy, it really gave your team a lift, and it was nice to be able to pick his pocket and then start the rush back the other way. But out of all the players that you've played against so far, I mean, there's been a lot of great players that you played against in the NHL. Which ones do you find the toughest? Like who's the hardest player to defend against when you're going one-on-one against them?
I would say there's so many, but Kucherov, he's really smart, and he can slow down the game, and you think you have him, and then he's making one move, and that's open up a shooting lane or a passing lane. So he's so smart with the puck out there.
I would imagine, too, that practicing against guys like Dylan Larkin and Patrick Kane and Lucas Raymond kind of prepares you to defend against some of the other guys, some of the other better players in the league, right?
Yeah, for sure. They're, like you said, those three guys are unreal hockey players, and I'm happy to be on the same team with them. And I think it's good for all the defensemen and young guys to be in practice with them and play one-on-ones against them and battle against them every day. I think that prepares you for the game and makes you be ready for when the game starts.
You know, as we tape this, the Red Wings are on a 7-game win streak, and it's twice now since Christmas that the Wings have won 7 in a row, trying to make it 8 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But you look at this Red Wing hockey team right now, what has been the difference from, say, a month ago as to right now?
I think, like I said, Todd challenged us to skate more, to play more aggressive, and I think we responded good. I think we believe a little bit more in ourselves now, that we can win every game, and we're a great team. And like I said, we're skating more, and we're playing it faster and playing more aggressive in the D zone and even in the offensive zone, like attacking the net a little bit more. So I think that's the biggest difference so far.
Now, we all know that hockey is a grind, and a lot of players will enjoy the break coming up. And do you have any plans going on the break? Any fun things happening for you?
I'm going to catch some sun in Mexico. I think just mentally reset and just relax for a couple of days. Just think about something else than just hockey, and then be well rested and prepared and come back and very excited for the rest of the year.
Are you going to do some fishing out there in Mexico? Or no?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I haven't planned that much. I'm just excited to go there and get some sun and relax for a couple of days. So we'll see if I go on a fishing trip.
You know, Albert, I always want to know this because whenever you have a 2-week break, is it difficult for a player to get back into where you were at, let's say, before the break?
To be honest, I don't really know. I never had like a 2-week of a break mid hockey season before. Like in GR, we only had like 4 days, so it's not that hard to come back from a 4 days break. And in Sweden, we didn't have that long of a break. So, but I think it will be fine. We will do some workout too during those days off to keep the body going and be ready when we're coming back here.
Well, the fans are certainly excited about watching you play. And what about the fans here in Detroit? What have you liked about playing at Little Caesars Arena?
It's been really good. I mean, I feel like we're sold out almost every game, and it brings a lot of energy to us on the ice when they're start to cheering and be loud. So it's been a lot of fun, and it feels good to get a couple of wins at home and bring back to the fans, because they can have a huge impact on a game.
Well, it's going to be a fun rest of the season for the Red Wings after the break. And when you think about it, there's 26 or 27 games left. There's maybe 7-8 teams still in playoff competition. So it's going to go down to the wire, don't you think, as far as making the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of team around there fighting for the playoffs, and it's going to be a grind, but I think we're in a good position. We're feeling good about ourselves, and one more game before the break, and then come back well rested and ready to go for the last 26, 27 games.
Well, congratulations on being here with the Detroit Red Wings. You're a fan favorite. Fans love watching you play back there on the blue line. You've come a long way. And I just want to say thank you to you for taking time out before the break here and joining us on the conversation line.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Stay tuned, Red Wing fans, for another episode coming up shortly.